You're watching WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon. The news continues on WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant. A constable is facing criminal charges for a deadly shooting. A Laurel County grand jury indicted Joe Smith. Police say he shot and killed Brandon Stanley while trying to make an arrest earlier this month. WKYT's Phil Pendleton has that. It's our top story at 12:30. Phil?
That deadly shooting happened back on Friday, March the 4th here at the A&B Quick Stop at the intersection of Kentucky's 3094 and 3434 in the community on East Bernstadt. The grand jury returned the indictment on Friday after hearing from more than a dozen different witnesses. Now, police say that Constable Bobby Joe Smith was trying to serve an arrest warrant on Brandon Stanley of Manchester when Smith shot and killed Stanley. According to the coroner, Stanley was shot twice in the thorax and was pronounced dead at the scene. Smith was able to make a $50,000 bond and was never booked in jail. And Smith is charged with manslaughter second degree. According to the indictment in Laurel Circuit Court, it states that he wantonly caused the death of Brandon Stanley. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. Smith will answer to the charges on March 28th in Laurel Circuit Court. Well, police now say that they are investigating an arson as a homicide. The bodies of B.J. Hettinger, her husband, and 2 children were all found after a fire at a Louisville home yesterday. We've learned that she grew up in Jessamine County, graduated from UK, and worked as a nurse for Baptist Health in Lexington before moving to Louisville 2 years ago. Police have not released much information, but they are not searching for any suspects. Hettinger's family says they do not think the family died because of the fire.
We're just completely devastated. It's just a horrible thing to happen to someone that you love. She was just happy all the time, and her children were just absolutely dolls. They just were the cutest things, and she loved them dearly.
The coroner's office is examining the bodies today and hopes to have more information on how the family actually died later this afternoon. Police are wanting to find the person who dumped a dog in a dumpster. Someone found the dog on Friday. She was brought to an animal shelter where she eventually died. WKYT's Mike Byer is tracking the search for a suspect in a story that is new at 12:30.
On Friday morning, a neglected dog with multiple injuries was found in a dumpster in Winchester. She was then taken here to the Clark County Animal Shelter. The dog is believed to be a Yorkshire Terrier mix. She was found buried in a pile of trash next to a dumpster at Almond Street and Tyler Banks Court in Winchester. After the 7-pound dog was found, she was taken to the Clark County Animal Shelter. From there, she was transported to the Boonesboro Animal Clinic, where she eventually died from an infection. Officials believe the dog is middle-aged, but because of the condition she was in, the animal shelter says they couldn't pinpoint an exact age. The animal shelter is now looking to gather information from anyone who might have seen something suspicious in the area she was located.
The fact that the dog didn't make it is very, it's just disheartening. Like I said, you know, we wanted that dog to make it so that we could put her in a home where she was going to be loved and she wasn't going to have to go through that ever again. And just the fact that she didn't get to experience that just makes us want to fight that much harder for her.
Now the animal shelter says they're offering a reward for information that leads to an arrest. In Winchester, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you very much. And Winchester police are assisting with the case. Anyone with any information is urged to contact that department or the Clark County Animal Shelter. Friends are remembering a Transylvania University student who died while hiking over the weekend. Katie Stewart died in a fall from a cliff at Raven Run. She had worked at the Cup of Commonwealth in downtown Lexington for about a year. Her friends say she was an excellent listener who loved getting to know her customers.
We as a staff try to do is really build relationships with our customers, and she was just so good at it. She would learn names and make a point to get to know someone.
Stewart also worked at Crank and Boom Ice Cream and at Bullhorn Creative. She was a native of Kenton County. Police have spent this morning investigating a deadly crash. It happened this morning at Highway 210 and East Bailey Road near the LaRue-Greene County line. Police have not said much about the crash or how many people have died. Highway 210 is closed in both directions while police investigate. Police are hoping that a reward will lead them to a suspect in a major theft from a car lot. Stanton police say someone stole $12,000 in wheels from Tanner Dodge. The wheels were taken from a Dodge Charger and a Dodge Challenger. Center caps were also taken from some pickups. The reward for that worth $500. Authorities say the only surviving suspect in the November attacks in Paris may have been plotting more terror attacks. Police have captured Salah Abdeslam Friday in Brussels. Charlie D'Agata has the latest from Belgium, a prison there where the 26-year-old is being held.
The international manhunt for Abdeslam ended about 5 blocks from the house he grew up in. This is thought to be him, shot in the leg, dragged into an unmarked police car. Belgian Foreign Minister Didier Reynders has now revealed that Abdeslam may have even been planning further attacks.
We have found a lot of weapons, heavy weapons.
And Abdeslam's fingerprints. French prosecutors accuse Abdeslam of being a key operative in the ISIS-directed Paris massacres in November, and that he admitted he was supposed to blow himself up at the Stade de France, but backed out. That triggered a complaint from Sven Marie, Abdeslam's lawyer, who said it's not only a breach of his client's confidentiality, it could stop him from speaking in the future.
It's an important matter because he has a lot of information that interests the judge and the police officers.
Like who helped him slip away from Paris and find his way back to his old neighborhood of Molenbeek, right under the noses of Belgium's finest. He's being held in a special section for high-profile prisoners. He's next due to appear before a judge on Wednesday, and there's currently a manhunt underway for at least 2 accomplices. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, Bruges, Belgium.
And by the way, Belgium works 315 anti-terror cases about every year. That was the count last year, and they've done nearly 60 so far this year. France says it has 244 anti-terror cases in the works this year as well. It's an opportunity for firefighters to learn how to save you and your home during a fire. Firefighters have been using the former Heritage House bed and breakfast in Richmond to train as to how to battle fires. Since the home was not built specifically for training, firefighters say it makes the experience even more real life.
It being from 1995 makes a huge difference because it's more like the homes that we would actually respond to. So this training opportunity is invaluable to us to be able to burn and practice putting out fires in houses that are more similar to homes that are being built now.
Firefighters will be burning the entire home later this afternoon. A senior living facility will be built on that site with construction beginning in about a week. Well, drivers will soon be able to use a bridge over Harrington Lake again. After many months, the Kennedy Mill Bridge closed in September because steel supports had deteriorated. The bridge connects Mercer and Garrett counties. Repair work began last month. The bridge is scheduled to reopen on April 1st. There is a new Kentucky State Police Commissioner today. Governor Matt Bevin has appointed Richard W. Sanders to the post. He is the chief of the Jeffersontown Police Department. Sanders has more than 40 years of law enforcement experience, most of it with the Drug Enforcement Agency. Well, a warning about the health risks of a vegan diet and how a new drug is helping some stroke victims. Those stories coming up next in Better Living.
And that front has pushed all the way through. Now, back behind that, there's nothing going on. So what does that mean for our temperatures? And when do we see rain next in the forecast? I have those answers coming up next.
Set a date with The Talk 5 days a week.
There we go.
From Major Mondays
I'm pregnant.
to Fearless Fridays. Make an appointment
I'm just going to the ladies' room. This is live television.
to share your weekdays with The Talk
Does anyone have the flu?
on CBS.
Amber Riley and Ricky Lake guest star for One Wild Trip.
We are the dream girls.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, all new tonight at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
It's the Shoe Carnival Spring Sale. Shop our huge selection of name brand athletics for $59.98. The latest Van styles at $49.98. Plus, buy one, get one half off, even on sale prices. Shop Shoe Carnival today. Shoe Carnival, a surprise in store.
Make a fast break for great savings now.
Big Blue Nation, it's Paul Miller Ford's Matchup Sales Event. Huge savings on Kentucky's most popular brand. 0% financing for 60 months available or lease for less. New 2015 Ford Focus, lease for only $139 per month on a 36-month lease. New 2016 Ford Fusions, lease for only $169 a month on a 36-month lease. New 2016 Ford F-150s as low as $20,990.
Point, click, drive. PaulMillerFord.com.
If you have a loved one in a nursing home, you already have the 3 most important tools for detecting nursing home abuse: your eyes, your ears, and your nose. Hi, I'm Kevin Renfro. Keeping your senses alert to conditions that surround your relative can mean the difference between a safe, caring environment and instances of elder abuse. Go to beckerlaw.com for details on what to look for. If you suspect there's a problem, give us a call. Serious, experienced results. Call the Becker Law Office. Just dial 3s.
Hi, I need a safe car.
The Camry's really safe. 10 airbags, even has a backup camera.
Wow, that could come in handy.
Bye. Dad!
Gotta keep my little girl safe.
Don't worry, he'll only be like this for another 10 or 15 years.
At least.
It's Toyota's One for Everyone sales event with 0 for 60 financing plus $500 bonus cash on Camry, or $1,500 customer cash, or a $179 a month lease.
Here you go.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's the Shoe Carnival Spring Sale. Shop our huge selection of the latest Madden Girl styles for $34.98. Strappy sandals for $24.98. Plus, buy one, get one half off, even on sale prices. Shop Shoe Carnival today. Shoe Carnival, a surprise in store.
Have something that needs investigating? Email us or call the WKYT Investigates tip line. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
No matter where you look at this moment, we are there in the 40s. And more than likely, we're going to finish off upper 40s, lower 50s once it's all said and done. 45 now in Frankfort. Beautiful day, though. I mean, just a few clouds out and about. Nice cumulus field just kind of setting up. That means absolutely nothing when it comes to rain. So rain doesn't fall out of this type of setup, so we're good to go. 50 degrees the rest of the afternoon. And look, once we get off into the evening hours, once that sun sets, it's going to be pretty chilly. This is not your patio type of weather, not walking around the neighborhood type of weather. You can still do it, but I'm just saying it's going to be pretty chilly. Once we get off toward tomorrow morning, we'll finish off tomorrow morning in the 30s. We had the 20s this morning. I don't believe we'll actually do that tomorrow morning. We'll stay in the 30s, just above freezing. And then we head off into the afternoon, and we're there in the low to mid 60s. It's a good feeling day. That warmer air will come flying on in here with those gusty winds. We'll have gusty winds tomorrow and on Wednesday too. And remember, at this time of year, when you get those gusty winds out of the south and southwest, what happens? Really bumps up those temperatures pretty rapidly, and we'll see that happen there on Wednesday too. And Wednesday's going to be your nicest day in the forecast as we get closer to 70, but still I expect most of us to still be below that mark once it's all said and done there on Wednesday. Nice feeling day tomorrow and on Wednesday, but Thursday things start to change. That's when you start to see that system slide on in here, and that's going to give us our best chance of rain is on Thursday. But the first full week of spring really isn't all that bad. Actually, it looks pretty good. There's only 2 days in the forecast that we're actually seeing that chance of rain. So that warming trend is definitely the focus of that, as it looks like that'll take over the next several days. The next chance of rain after Thursday is going to be Sunday. So it really is later on in the work week and off late into the weekend. But today we'll finish off once again, upper 40s, lower 50s, 60s the next couple of days. Could you get a 70-degree reading? It's possible, especially for southern zones, but for the most part, we stay below that 70-degree reading. There on Thursday, that's your main rain chance as that front slides on through. And once that front slides through, that is what's going to drop those temperatures again as we drop them back toward 50 degrees there on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, it gets back into the 60s for the most part. Upper 50s, lower 60s, and that rain chance back in the forecast. So the rain chance is Thursday and Sunday, which means we still have a long time before we actually see some drops fall out of the sky. This is a really good-looking first full week of spring. Kind of liking it. Now, I wish we could have the 70s like we did have.
But it's kind of spring in all of its aspects, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right, Micah, thank you very much. There is new data on treating appendicitis and a health warning for vegans. Terry Okita has the details in this Better Living Report.
Researchers at the Mayo Clinic warn vegans may be low on certain important nutrients. Doctors say people who eat a strict plant-based diet, excluding all meat, dairy, fish, and eggs, should have their levels of B12, iron, calcium, and other nutrients closely monitored. A team of international researchers finds antibiotics can reduce the number of appendectomies. Their study shows antibiotics for mild appendicitis cut surgeries by 92%. But that also resulted in a higher rate of recurrences. And a new treatment for stroke victims may help prevent swelling of the brain and death. Researchers in New England found patients 70 and under who took a drug called glibenclamide were 10 times less likely to die of brain swelling. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Terry Okita, CBS News, Los Angeles.
All right, coming up, are you at risk for diabetes? Knowing could save your life. How you can be part of Alert Day. Coming up on WKYT.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For almost 30 years, we've represented hundreds of thousands of people and have collected billions of dollars in settlements and verdicts for things that were wrongfully taken from our client, their health and loved ones, financial security and peace of mind, standing up for people, bringing those to justice who did them wrong. We fight bullies and rule breakers for a living. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Your body is a finely tuned instrument. Diarrhea can throw it out of rhythm. Imodium Multi-Symptom Relief combines 2 powerful ingredients to relieve diarrhea faster and ease gas, cramps, and bloating. Restore rhythm with Imodium.
When your type 2 diabetes numbers aren't moving in the right direction, it can be a burden. But what if you could wake up to lower blood sugar? Imagine loving your numbers. Discover once daily Invokana. With over 6 million prescriptions and counting, it's the #1 prescribed SGLT2 inhibitor that works to lower A1C. Invokana is used along with diet and exercise to significantly lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. It's a once daily pill that works around the clock. Here's how. Invokana reduces the amount of sugar allowed back into the body through the kidneys and sends some sugar out through the process of urination. And while it's not for weight loss, it may help you lose weight. Invokana can cause important side effects, including dehydration, which may cause you to feel dizzy, faint, lightheaded, or weak, especially when you stand up. Other side effects may include kidney problems, genital yeast infections, urinary tract infections, changes in urination, high potassium in the blood, increases in cholesterol, or risk of bone fracture. Do not take Invokana if you have severe kidney problems or are on dialysis. Stop taking and call your doctor right away if you experience symptoms such as rash, swelling, or difficulty breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about any medical conditions, medications you are taking, and if you have kidney or liver problems. Using Invokana with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase risk of low blood sugar. Imagine life with a lower A1C. Are you loving your numbers? There's only one Invokana. Ask your doctor about it by name.
All across America, families are coming back to Time Warner Cable for a whole new experience.
We came back for internet speeds so fast, even the kids are impressed. Oh, she's impressed.
We're catching up on movies and shows on demand just as fast as we can watch them.
TWC's home Wi-Fi is so strong, we can use all our devices at the same time.
Come back today. You'll get 30 meg internet, TV, phone, and more for $89.99 a month. And ask how you could get a $300 reward card. Call now.
Welcome back in. Great to have you here on WKYT. Do you have just 1 minute to spare? Those 60 seconds could save your life or the life of a loved one. Here to explain is Kroger Pharmacy's Brooke Hudspeth, who also serves on the Bluegrass Board of Directors at the American Diabetes Association. Thanks so much for coming in, Brooke. We appreciate it very much. All right, 1 minute, and you're calling it an alert day. And what do you do in that 1 minute?
Sure. So Diabetes Alert Day is that one-day wake-up call, encouraging Americans to come out and take this diabetes risk assessment. It's just a few simple questions that they can answer to determine if they might be at a higher risk for developing type 2 diabetes.
And you can do that very quickly.
You sure can, yes. Like I said, it's just a few questions they can answer yes or no to, and then depending upon the score, we know if you may be at high risk for developing type 2 diabetes.
You know, studies show that type 2 diabetes can be prevented or delayed, at least, with healthy eating habits, some exercise. So really knowing if you're at risk can be very important, right?
You're exactly right, and I can't emphasize enough the importance of knowing that risk. We know that type 2 diabetes can be delayed or even prevented. In fact, some studies show that when people take part in a diabetes prevention program that emphasizes weight loss through increased physical activity, through healthy eating, that risk can be decreased by even as much as 58%. So if people don't know their risk, it's more difficult for them to take advantage of programs such as these.
And just adopting those healthier habits probably will help you all the way around in a lot of ways, right?
Exactly.
How can people take part in Alert Day tomorrow at home?
Sure. So people listening right now, if they come in tomorrow to any Kroger store from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., we'll have tables set up with someone administering these risk tests and helping them to fill it out. And they can also go online to the American Diabetes Association's website and take that test and share it with their family and friends.
You're really trying to spread the word on this. If there are people out there watching who know someone who might be at risk, they need to contact them and let them know about this day coming up, right?
That's right. So as many people as possible to take this test is ideal. We know that there are a lot of people out there who may be at increased risk for type 2 diabetes and don't even know it. So by taking this risk assessment, then they can learn what their risks are and then take those steps to help prevent diabetes.
We know that we really have a challenge with this in Kentucky, don't we?
Sure.
For a variety of reasons, really?
Yes, we do. So if we look at the numbers for Kentucky and the amount of people with diabetes or the amount of people with pre-diabetes who are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes, we know that those numbers are above the national average when we look, on a nationwide basis. So it's very important for people in Kentucky to get out there and to take that risk assessment.
All right. Any Kroger location tomorrow?
Any Kroger location, yes.
All right. Thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
I hope you'll stay with us now on WKYT. They've enthralled listeners all across the country, and you won't want to miss their unique sound. We're going to hear from the California Guitar Trio. They're coming up from Wood Songs, and it's after a break here on WKYT.
Hello everyone, Amber Canoy here from MomsEveryday.com. Alan Rose with Eastern Airflow is with us today, and we're talking about spring maintenance. So for all of us busy moms out there, how important really is spring maintenance?
Spring maintenance is very important. It's just preventative maintenance. It's similar to taking your car in to have it serviced and your oil changed. We'll come out, clean your filters, clean your coils, change the filters, and inspect your unit and make sure it's ready for summer.
Now, many of us are on a budget, and we're trying to make our dollars work as hard as possible. So if we didn't have any problems over the winter or even last summer, I mean, you got to really sell us here. I mean, how critical, really?
It is very critical. It is the life of your unit. It will make it last longer and make it run at its most efficient as it's supposed to run, as the manufacturer has set it up to run.
All right, for more information, y'all can go online to momseveryday.com.
Torture of an elderly woman in a nursing home.
Her grandmother was being abused. Nationwide, about 1 in 3 homes have been cited for abuse.
Nursing home abuse happens daily, and our loved ones need protection. If you or someone you love has experienced nursing home abuse, call 800-800-4600. If your loved one has suffered from malnutrition, dehydration, broken bones, or bed sores, don't wait. Call Hughes and Coleman. Call 800-800-4600. You need to act now.
What started with the drop of a coin continues with dedication and hard work. At People's Exchange Bank, we offer essential business tools and services to help you start, run, and grow your business. Putting our trust and money in People's Exchange Bank for years. All our money.
We're pleased to announce that we now have Honda in Richmond, which means you can shop and compare the 4 leading brands all in one location. So where else can you shop and compare the 4 best brands, be only minutes from Fayette County, work with one salesperson, and only have to have your car appraised once? For your convenience, out of respect for your time, we now offer Gates Honda, Gates Hyundai, Gates Nissan, and Toyota South, all on the bypass in Richmond.
After you're injured at work, a lot of times the insurance company will attempt to call you, take statements. Don't speak to them until you speak with an experienced workers' compensation attorney.
The insurance company will attempt to settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Before you talk to the insurance company, call us first.
Our job is to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast. 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Mix 94.5.
It's our first week of spring here in the Commonwealth, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not all that bad, especially when you look outside and see a lot of sunshine. However, it's a little bit chilly. We're at 50 degrees later on this afternoon, upper 40s, lower 50s. A cool evening, too. But we were just talking to our guest and asked her, well, how does it really feel outside? Because I haven't been outside in about an hour. And she said, actually, in the sunshine, it's not bad. It's not too bad. Next couple of days, we're actually seeing temperatures 10 to 15 degrees higher than that. So it really gets going the next couple of days in the 60s. I just got a tweet also. They're giving blood. They're donating blood over by the Blood Center there on Maple Leaf. And then you can get free T-shirts, some goodies, and also a free pass to the workout center. So there's some good news right over there. So check that out.
Sounds like fun over there this afternoon. And enjoy that sunshine if you'll stay in it. It warms up.
It warms
after
up.
a while,
It's
right?
all right.
The Young and the Restless is coming up next. Our next newscast is at 4. We leave you with the sounds of this week's wood songs from California Guitar Trio. Enjoy that. Here they are.